Now that we're living together, though, it brings new opportunities.
Who's going to give each other COVID first? I think I'm going to give it to you.
This is the last not in-person episode, so get ready for some better audio and some good flow.
We can guarantee you that.
This is the last not in-person episode.
We can guarantee you that.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foes, and welcome to the Comedianons. It's your boy Josh coming to you live from my room, not in the same room as Jono. And joining me today, as I said before, is the man who saw the pearly gates this week. It's Jono.
I'm here. I'm alive, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought you were going to get rid of me, I'm back. I'm here. This is not good. The amount of COVID flashbacks we've already had in the last, how long we've been trying to recall this? Probably only 10 minutes. It's just given us bad memories. Like, COVID isn't the problem. It's recording the goddamn podcast via Discord.
And we just couldn't do it to the fans. You know, it's the people that are here every week listening to us. We just couldn't do it without them.
That's right, Josh. You guaranteed the people that we would never do another online episode, another distance education episode, but what are you going to tell your fans? You lied to them.
Look, I have a feeling
you guaranteed them that.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be called out for a couple things I've said this episode, so I'm just going to take it on the chin and accept that.
I think so, but and sorry, I'm going to be coughing a lot this episode. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. But we really do have a big show to this week. We couldn't postpone it. We're recording it on a weekend, which is goddamn weird, in a morning. So we're starting off. I have COVID. Oh, what fun.
Oh boy, isn't that fun?
Very fun.
We're all having a bit of fun with that. I got another bad sign.
He's got a bad sign. Is this a sign, a spiritual sign, or a physical sign?
It's not. It's just another. Okay. There's bad signs like you getting COVID.
Yep.
This is a physical sign.
It's a physical sign. Okay, I like that.
We've had some funny signs. We've had some signs that don't make sense. This is just a bad sign.
All right. I actually have an unrational love for bad signs, so this is good.
I'm enjoying them.
Then we're going to take a trip down memory lane and visit one of my all-time favorite shows, Planet Cook. I managed to find some of the episodes on YouTube, and goddamn, it's way better than I remember. So that's going to be a hell of a reviewing you.
That's true. We remember, we talked about it last week, and we're ready to go. And finally, last but not least, Jono, I've had some issues with deliveries.
Oh boy!
And I've come back this today even.
Yeah, you did a little post office run this morning.
I just can't. I got to talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Is this a Josh gets irrationally angry? Maybe I need to load up that sound effect. Well, I think it's time that we dive into our COVID spectacular.
Yeah.
So it happened. I thought I was better than everybody else for years, honestly, but it caught up with me. It did.
We used to be in the same club, Jono, the No COVID Club.
The No COVID Club. Now we're at a different club.
Now we're not.
I know. It's a weird
I'm
feeling, though.
Stuck at home with someone who does have COVID club.
Stuck at home. Excuse me, my friend. You can leave the goddamn house whenever you want.
I forgot about that part. You're right.
The stuck at home club who can leave. But no, honestly, it's fine. The week kind of flies by when you're incapacitated for 3 days. You kind of, it makes the week a little bit shorter. But I was thinking about this the other day. In 2020, when there's like 100 cases or whatever a day, everyone was so scared about getting it. And then like it goes into 2021, and for some reason it was kind of even more scary because they're like, oh, it's still around, like I'm gonna get it, it's gonna happen. Then you move into June of 2022, every single person seems to have it except about 5 people. You and I were 2 of them,
and now it's only 4
and now
people.
There's only 4 people left. My mum, my dad, you, and probably Gary from the local
my family,
servo.
none of my family had it as well.
See, I thought we had some kind of like aura around us. Oh, your cousin got it. It's starting to fall. That's what happens. My cousin got it, and then I got it. So it happens. I don't know how I got it. I think a tram.
I've tested neg 5 days in a row, and I'm glad to have done that.
I've only done one test, and it was positive. So do something and do it well. That's what I say.
Do it once and get positive, which in any other case would be fantastic. But unfortunately, that's not when you want to get positive.
Hey, I always try and get the highest result on a test first time. I think I did it. But
well, tell you what, you got a high case of COVID, my friend.
Yeah. So we're on what day 6 now, and
day 6.
You can probably tell from the fact that I'm doing a podcast, we're pretty much out of the woods now. So
we're out of the woods now.
You can still feel sorry for me if you want.
Taking as much precautions as possible, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Those at home going, oh no, what are they? Those pesky boys.
They're recording their podcast while I got COVID. No, where we could easily say, oh, we'll just do this at opposite ends of the living room. No,
we could have done it yesterday, but I chose not to do it. I thought that you needed more rest.
Excuse me. Yesterday we were meant to do it, and you fell asleep during the record.
No. Let's tell it like it is. I understand you wanted to have it one way, but the truth of the matter was, you were tired. You needed some rest. I thought you needed the rest. So I took a page out of your book.
Look, funnily enough, it actually ended up working. I feel a lot better this morning. But
you're welcome.
I wanted to take us back to Monday, which was day 1. It's kind of weird because it's not actually day 1 of having it, but it's day 1 that you have it. How did you find out? Because we didn't even really think that I was sick. And then Monday morning. Oh, no, it was Monday afternoon.
I was sitting at the very desk that I'm sitting at right now, which is not where we usually podcast
Grinding,
from.
making stacks.
Grinding, just doing some work.
Yep, catching the bag.
Like
you know how it is.
And I get a message. No, I think I just get a photo.
I just sent a photo, yeah.
I just get a photo of a picture of a little device that has 2 lines on it.
Yeah, and I said, I'm pregnant.
I wept a single tear that day.
Yeah.
On that day, I cried a single tear.
And
then I did a rat.
I will assure everybody that Joshua did make sure I was okay and everything. His first response was, "Oh, I'll make sure I test and make sure I'm negative."
Well, I'm here for you, man. After the shit you pulled last week, I'm honestly kind of happy.
I was thinking the beans may have given me COVID, but it seems that
karma has a strange way of coming around to bite you.
Yeah, karma does work in mysterious ways, doesn't it?
Karma does, and it's great to hear.
I thought I'd do a little day by day blow of COVID, so if anybody who hasn't got it, they can see what's ahead, or everyone who has had it, they can laugh at me and see how weak I am.
10 million people that on Twitter that do the same thing.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of doing like a TikTok daily vlog. So my day with COVID. It's 2 things. It's either someone just sitting in their bed sweating out every toxin in their body, or having like the most ridiculously productive day I've ever seen in my life, and go, how do you do this when you have COVID? And like, oh, you don't. It's called trying to get views. But yeah, day 1. So that was the Monday. It just started off with a cough and everything. Started off with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
It was only a kiss.
Yeah, I was kissing doorknobs. I think that's how this happened. But yeah. Yeah, no, the doorknobs caught up with me. But it was just a cough or whatever. I didn't even think I was sick. I don't think I even talked to you about being sick. But I thought, better be safe. Tested positive. Was fine that day. Didn't really feel that bad. Tuesday, I saw St. Peter, had a chat with him. He's like, oh, not quite your time. We'll send you back. They thought it was time.
Boss man?
No, Peter, St. Peter. He's at the pearly at the pearly gates.
St. Peter. He gave you a hand and says, listen, my child. And you go, actually, I didn't know I'd be here.
Yeah, it was more of a just go to the back of the queue. Maybe there's some chairs just around the corner. Just wait
behind that old lady that seems to be dying.
Yeah.
Of death.
We'll put her in front of you, and you can go behind her.
And she turns around, and you just see like wrinkled face, and she goes, "Eh." just a living raisin.
Yeah, a living raisin. So I saw a couple of those cronies, but fortunately I caught the train back from the pearly gates and we're all good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Wednesday was pretty rough, but a little bit better. Then by Thursday, the asthma had came in, and that was a real sucker punch that I didn't need. But it's now Saturday, and I think we're going to be good for my big escapade on Monday when I'm allowed out. I think I'll go to every Bunnings and Dan Murphy's in the northern suburbs.
Get on straight after COVID. That's what Andrew would have wanted.
And I was trying to think of what other like stores people go to, and it seemed to be like drug paraphernalia stores and like Sexyland and stuff. So I reckon we'll just have a big bender and hit up every store that infectious people do.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm going to teach you how to lick doorknobs probably, so you can actually
that's
get
fantastic. I was thinking we should stay in the same car and breathe the same air for a long time as well.
That's a good idea. It's like a hot box, but it's a COVID hot box. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, see you on the next slide.
Next slide. Well, as you know, Jono, I've been out and about while you've been stuck inside. And I wish I would say I was sorry, but I also think this was just before you caught COVID, so I'm actually not sorry that I found this out.
Maybe it was all your escapades that gave me COVID.
Well, you know what? You know, I'm that pesky guy that always is out and about doing stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And I love a good sign, but I hate a bad sign.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think we can agree on that. We can agree on that. That's for sure.
And you know what's the great thing about signs is that they often put a catchphrase in the middle of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a good place for a catchphrase.
Give me a good catchphrase, Jono.
RACV, tell someone who cares. That's a good one.
Yeah,
especially if your mate's telling you something you don't really care about.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of another one, but lowest prices are just the beginning. That's a great catchphrase. The classic
from Bunnings.
Down, prices are down.
Hardware shop.
How the locals like it. I could go forever. This is
all
fantastic.
Big, fantastic ones. One of them from a previous bad sign.
That's right.
Segment.
That's right.
But
200% fresh fruit guarantee or your money back. That's one for the OGs.
Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna first share with you the sign. I'm gonna share it on my screen here.
Okay. Am I allowed to read to the people what it is? Can I tell the people what the sign is?
Yeah, you can describe it.
Okay, fantastic.
Let me share it with you.
All right.
And I guess you're gonna give everyone a play-by-play of what you see.
Okay, I'm clicking on watch stream now. Oh wow. Okay. All right. This is good. What kind of sign is this for? All right. So I'll walk the people through it. So it's for a bubble tea store. It's unrelated. Unnamed bubble tea store, but they have white text and purple background.
Right.
That's enough information that you need to know.
That's correct. And it's highlighting a new thing on their menu.
Yeah,
when there's a new thing on a menu, you might see like McDonald's have it with a new burger. They might have like the burger big picture in front of you. Yep. This is one of those little signs you might find in like a food court or like one of those smaller shops, right?
Yeah, in like it looks like it's in it's like on a glass pane of a store or whatever.
Correct.
And you could barely tell that it's new except for this little white banner at the top that says PSA, I'm new. It
says it just on the top in case people were sure.
Yeah, it's just people to check. But I want to, before we jump into what the sign actually says, there's just like random bits of like gelatin floating around on the sign that honestly doesn't look very appealing.
Right. So
I don't know if it is gelatin.
Bubble tea before, it's usually like a tea. You might mix it with some milk, maybe some ice, and you put different flavorings in it. You might put some of those little pearls, or you might put like some little bits of jelly. This is a new serving from this particular bubble tea place.
That's right.
And it's big purple letters, 3 words.
Yeah.
Says tastes like brown.
Now, I was looking at the drink and going, that actually looks pretty yummy. I wonder what that tastes like. And then I read the text.
Chocolate or caramel.
Brown. Now,
brown.
If I said to you brown, name 3 things that pop into your head that are brown without thinking time. Go.
Brown, dirt, poo, trees.
Yep, that's exactly the same order. I thought of the same things. Yep, dirt.
All of these things don't particularly taste very good.
It's actually interesting. I reckon brown, black, and grey would definitely be like the top 3 colours that like have like the worst food associated with them, right?
Then again, I'm going to be honest. I don't think it would be any better if it just said "tastes like blue." Because what does blue taste like?
Oh well, this is the classic joke. If you're a fan of Australian stand-up, blueberries. Yeah. But as we know,
blueberries aren't blue; they're purple.
They're purple, which is true.
From Randy,
tastes like green, I guess.
Now,
lime.
Tastes like green. What? Lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce. Yeah, true.
Spinach. There's no good colours that it could taste like.
It does look brown.
Which is a bad start.
Which is true. It does look very brown. There's multiple shades of brown in there. There's light brown, medium light brown, and dark brown.
That's right.
What even is it? It's
a big purple sort of light coloured background and it has these little jellies floating below it. And it says in big purple letters, "taste like," and then in big purple letters, "brown." It's not capitalised brown. It's just brown.
So what actually is it? A new range of brown sugar?
Brown sugar is here.
Oh,
this is just brown sugar with fresh tea. So they're putting brown sugar in tea.
They're putting brown sugar in jelly that's in tea. Brown sugar
putting, like,
jelly.
The little jellies you might have in like you might use it instead of pills. That's one thing you can get.
You can have it with Oreos.
Not only do they invoke the idea of shit by saying "tastes like brown," but they've shortened brown sugar to BS.
Yeah, they have.
Total BS.
That's actually pretty good. But the thing is, I think you could easily not understand that that's brown sugar.
No, it actually it threw me off as soon as I saw it. I went to go get...
Yeah, it's not written like brown sugar and then in brackets BS. It just says BS.
Yeah, why does it just say brown sugar with Oreo crumb? Total BS. I think that's like trying to get in like the cool kids. Like, guys, I've got it. The cool. What do the kids love these days? Shortening words.
Do you reckon that ever works though?
Huh?
Do you reckon that ever works? Like, companies appealing to be cool? Because
100%. Well, they try.
It just gives me like that feeling of like when you're like elderly like auntie like tries to be hip and cool and it's just cringe.
How do you do, fellow kid?
Yeah, I know. To be honest, it probably does work subconsciously, but then when you actually start thinking about it, you start thinking it's cringe. But if you just kind of see that, I guess it might be appealing.
I think it just threw me off. And on top of it, so sometimes these ads, they might reference a good song or something that's a pop culture piece for the kids, right?
Yeah.
They've got the total BS. It's already reeled in the kids wanting this brown sugar drink.
Yeah.
So can you read me down below what the last line says for me?
Yeah. So it says a new we're moving all around the joint.
I'm giving you
a new range of brown sugar is here. Why not pour some on a friend?
Now, I don't know if they have...
I don't think they've thought that through properly.
I don't know if they've ever heard the song "Pour Some Sugar on Me."
Yeah,
but
maybe
I don't think they meant real sugar.
Are they just trying to appeal to Def Leppard or like?
Yeah, I don't know, man, but it's definitely not what I think they meant to say.
I think the marketing person knew exactly what they were doing, but the manager, the white crusty manager, didn't know what it meant and just went, "Oh, yep, yeah, mate, that makes a lot of sense." Yeah. But I definitely don't think I'll be picking up that anytime soon, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think, Jono?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the next slide. Oh my God. Just because Jono's got COVID doesn't mean that we're not going to do this little quick mid-roll, are we, Jono?
No, it's even better time to do it, so I can tell people that I appreciate them, and then they feel bad for not making sure I was okay when I was in queue to see St. Peter.
Yeah, well, that's right, Jono. And what do we always ask people to do at this point?
We ask them
to
wash their hands thoroughly after a coughing session, to pat their dog, to hug their mum.
To get tested if you've got symptoms.
Yep. Shake your dad's hand, get tested, all that jazz. But also, review us on Apple Pods. You can write us a nice message and give us a 5-star or a 1-star.
Give us a 5-star or a 1-star. Who cares about the middle ones? They basically don't even count.
They're superfluous. Then, I don't even know if that's the correct usage of that word, but it sounded good.
Yeah, may as well be.
And then for Spotify, give us a 1-star or a 5-star. I don't think you can write anything. And also, we've got a massive backlog of episodes now. I was looking through season 2 yesterday. go back, have a listen.
Go back.
Listen to some of the ones that you...
The early few episodes.
Yeah.
We got some bangers this week.
That you didn't listen to.
This season.
That's right. We've got a great one with Rolsey early on in the season.
That's a classic one.
We've got some other stuff that happened that I can't remember, but it was hella good. If you haven't
checked out last week's one, I ate some horrible beans. That was a horrible
check out Ep 30 special. We ate some lovely, lovely beans. But yeah, review us on our... No, not review us. Visit on our socials. We're on Instagram. We've hired a boffin. And the boffin is posting stuff weekly on Instagram.
I'm on top of it. I mean, the boffin is on top of it.
The biffin. The social media biffin. The biffin's on top of it.
How's the boffin going in the lab? The boffin
hasn't missed an episode, so the boffin's doing well. So
we love to hear it.
We'll see you in the next slide.
All right. See you later.
Reviewing me, reviewing you. There is nothing we can't review. Reviewing me, reviewing you. We just have to face it. It's true, it's true. Oh, let's review.
This could potentially be the reviewing me, reviewing you. I have been the most excited for. I've just heard Josh sneeze. I think he's getting COVID, so welcome to the club.
I think we're good.
Never say never. But
never say never.
I can't remember how we got onto this last week. I think what we're doing, slipping through my fingers, talking about childhood and stuff, and it just got us onto childhood TV. And we mentioned Ready Steady Cook, an absolute institution of children's television, and then we got onto Planet Cook, and boy oh boy did that bring back memories. I remember it was a Monday night show. I remember. No, Monday afternoon after school. I remember my grandma would take my sister and I home on Mondays and we'd watch Planet Cook. And oh my God, I just remember wanting to be in that show so
badly.
Oh, amazing. So I've managed to find the opener for Planet Cook, and it's a bit of a mid-opener, to be honest. The first half of it is like absolute garbage. It's just like this, the Planet Cook logo, like flying out, like with the announcer, and it's a bit bad, but
no good.
The last 10 seconds slaps so goddamn hard. I'll tell you what, I want to like send it to Mashed and Kutcher and get them to make a remix out of it. It's so good.
Yes.
I want to take everybody down memory lane. A magical world made for you and me.
I love that intro.
My God, how good is it?
That's such a good intro. I generally had a flashback to actually remembering the show just then.
It transports you, doesn't it? Music,
100%.
Music does that, and boy oh boy, the beautiful pipes on that.
I want to be on. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, the beautiful pipes on whoever sung that. It's just magical.
Because I want to be on that taste transmission with Planet Cook.
Boy, oh boy. But let's see if I can take you back on a taste transmission by giving everybody a rejigger of what this show's about. So I've written down some notes about what actually happens on the show and how it's structured, because what my memory was is kind of on like a tropical island type vibe, and there was a Yeti called Boomer in green face, and that's all I really remember. So, I started watching it, and within about 10 seconds, I'd like filled a page, because boy oh boy, this show is fucking crazy.
Right.
So it's hosted by Kevin Woodford, who's a chef, and I don't know why he ever agreed to do this show. I think he only did it for a season, and then they changed hosts for like the next 5 seasons. You can just see by watching it, he's so uninterested by this whole thing. Like he really doesn't want to be there.
So we're going to give you this money. I want you to just cook in front of these kids. Great. Is that everything? Okay, maybe there might be an Iceman behind you.
Yeah, and but just cook, and it's not even cooking proper food, but we'll get into that. So for those who haven't watched it, this kitchen, it actually has no power unless the taste bud timer is running, and you don't want to run out of time on the taste bud timer, do you? No, and this is like whole premise of the show. So there's this big hourglass filled with taste buds, which was CGI, and it blew my goddamn mind as a kid. And they flip it over, and if all the taste buds run out, then the kitchen runs out of power, and they can't cook anymore.
Yeah,
terrible. It would be a tragedy. I just remember being so nervous that they were going to run out of time.
Oh, I always do.
And I don't ever remember them running out of time, but there was always a chance that they might.
There was always a chance, and that's the point of the show.
And the taste buds, they're meanie-mo's, weren't they? They were very mean. They were like I think the best way I remember them was kind of like your primary school bully type taste buds.
Yeah, 100%.
Like blonde tip, like blowing raspberries and stuff. They're the antagonist of the show. But it's not just...
obviously cooking shows need an antagonist.
You need an antagonist, and antagonist is always time, it seems to be on...
I mean, the good news is, nowadays we do have antagonists. Gordon Ramsay is the antagonist in his own cooking show.
Yeah, he manages to be the protagonist and the antagonist, and it's changed the 100%. Game of reality TV. But as we all know with cooking shows, behind every great chef is a great Yeti. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows
I'm a good chef, and I don't have a Yeti. That's why I'm not a great...
Yeah, that's exactly right. See, even Kevin Woodford, Captain Cook, as he's called, or CC, as the kids call him, he couldn't hold it together when he was saying this. He's like, I was going to go for a British accent. I'm just not going to do that because it's going to get me...
He's got a British accent.
yeah, he's British.
Are they all British in this show?
Yeah, they're all British. Even Boomer the Yeti.
In my head, had this weird feeling like they should have been Australian in my head.
I thought they were Australian as well.
I thought I translated into Australian accents for myself, I think.
I think it's the fact that it's also a very dry-looking landscape that made me think it was Australian.
True.
But anyway, the kids are called Cook Cadets, and this was like one of my clearest memories of this show. They come down this tunnel, and I always wanted to go down the tunnel. It was kind of like a water slide, but it was like cut in a mountain, in like a rock mountain.
Oh, and I do remember this.
And I'm like, oh my God, I want to be on the show just so I can go down that slide. Yeah, that's exactly right. It seems like a fun thing to do. I just realized at the ripe old age of 23 watching this yesterday, it's CGI. They're literally just sitting down behind a green screen going, ooh. They're not actually going down a slide.
Are they really?
Yeah, 100%.
As we speak here, I've got Planet Cook on Google Images, and I'm skimming through images as we speak here. I'm noticing there is a background thing. I thought
it was a set, actually out somewhere.
See, what I remember was there might have been a green screen thing to begin with, but they then go through a little slidey thing to get onto the set.
Yeah, there's a tiny little opening that they come out of. Yeah. But one thing I wanted to touch on, Planet 100%. Cook, you've always got to appeal to the parents, You got to throw a little cheeky joke in there.
Of course you got to.
This cheeky joke, it's a little bit too cheeky, I reckon. Okay. I think it slid in 2004, but I don't think it would be allowed on children's television now. So there's a big rock wall, right? Because they're kind of on a mountain, beach, whatever. Yeah. I don't even know what the hell it's supposed to be. And they have all their ingredients, and they're like, oh, what are we going to cook? I don't know. How are we going to know what to cook? And then he's like, I know, we'll ask Roxy. Roxy is the name of the rock wall, right? There's one of those...
because everything has a name.
Has a name, that's right.
Yeah.
And she's got a face cut into the wall, and she's got a fish tank as well in her stomach because, of course, that makes total sense. Yeah, they're not at the beach or anything.
That's where they get their fish from.
That's where they get their fish from. And
the kids don't like it, but that's... called Hard Lessons with Captain Cook.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, Captain Cook turns to Roxy and goes, oh, Roxy, can you help us figure out what to cook? And this is how the interaction goes.
Oh, Captain, you're looking good today.
Well, thank you very much, Roxy. Looking good, feeling good. Now, do you fancy taking a look at our key to the kitchen?
Stick it in and we'll give it a spin.
Now, that's slightly questionable. Definitely gave me a chuckle, but, if Captain Cook wants to flirt with a mountain and then stick it in and give it a spin, I mean, why not?
2004 was not as progressive as it is today, but I think, He's welcome to stick into a rock wall as he so pleases.
I think it's very progressive. You know, rock mountains.
Maybe not on the stage with some children there.
Yeah, that's what the problem was with the 3 cook cadets behind him. But to close out this reviewing me, reviewing you, what gives it absolute top marks is the food that they cooked. My God, was this some exquisite cuisine?
Can I guess?
Oh, you can absolutely guess.
I don't know if I'd even be able to.
I'll give you a hint. Hint because otherwise you're guessing in the dark. The theme was Egyptian pyramids. That's what the theme was, right? So we're thinking like Middle Eastern food along those lines.
Middle Eastern food.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because my first thought was like ants on a log or something. Okay, hold on. Okay. It's going to be general, so I'm going to assume kebab. That's my guess.
All right. Well, you have remembered this exactly how I remembered it, and I thought they were cooking proper food, but they're not. So what he did, he's like, okay, we need to make something that looks like a pyramid. So he gets one of the kids to run around and find like a loaf of bread, and they cut the loaf of bread into triangles, right? So he's made 3 triangles, and they put that together and make a pyramid. Right?
Yep.
So he's just got toast, bread without crusts, making a pyramid. And this guy's a professional chef. And then he's like, okay, we need some filling. So they get lean bacon, which is good. You know, you got to tell the kids eat healthy. Tomatoes. And I think there might have been some spinach or something, and they fry that up and they stuff the pyramid with bacon, tomato, and spinach. So very, very Egyptian food. Stuff a pyramid with that.
That's exactly what I would have expected.
And then he's like, oh, we need sand. We need sand. And this is my favorite part of the show. There's a chicken on the bench, a picture of a chicken, and one of the kids whacks the chicken with a mullet, and an egg shoots up through the bench.
I remember this part of it. That's what I remember. I remember that.
It's like, I think it's like the whole point of the show, like everything led up to that moment. Because he's like, so what do we do when we need an egg? We whack the chicken. And then an egg flies up. So they make scrambled eggs for sand. And then
which is supposed to be sand.
Yep, sand.
Which obviously is what all pyramids are filled in.
Mate, they've got these like bread pyramids stuffed with tomatoes and bacon on a bed of scrambled eggs. Is absolutely grim. And then the taste bud timer has 4 taste buds left, right? It's the absolute like end of the race, the sprint to the finish line. I'm like, mate, just stick it in, Roxy, mate. You're nearly done. Let's deliver this meal. But no, Captain Cook goes that extra mile, right? He's a hustler. He's like, you know what? Something I prepared earlier. I put some spring onions in some iced water, and they wilt and they start looking like palm trees. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a genius, right? He's got this spring onion that looks like a palm tree. And what would you expect him to do with the palm trees? How would he dress the set with the palm trees? I can only
imagine he would do a quick little sprinkle.
Yeah. Oh no, he's got like imagine like a palm tree. It's like 3 to 4 centimeters tall, like a spring onion. What I thought he would do was put the palm trees in the eggs around the pyramid. And what he does, he just like throws them onto the eggs lying down, like there's been a storm that's gone through the pyramids. So this cooking show has taught kids that Egyptian food, because that's the whole premise. So like Egyptian cuisine is
Did they actually say Egyptian cuisine?
Yeah, Egyptian cooking. Yeah, it's 2004, man. Literally. They're like, oh, we're going to cook something in Egyptian culture. And Boomer wanted to cook his Band-Aids that he found in his cave, but Captain Cook's like, no, we've got to cook Egyptian food. And they make a pyramid out of wholemeal bread, put it on scrambled eggs, and throw spring onions. So Planet Cook, while the show was great, don't really think it was sending the right messages.
I think there were lots of kids getting their mummies to call in to the show.
Yeah.
To ask them to maybe question. Then again, they probably didn't know very better.
No, but if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend going back and having a watch it at Planet Cook, and we'll see you on the next slide.
I think it's time to walk like an Egyptian to the next slide.
I think he made that joke, yes.
I hate delivery people.
Never good.
I'm going to start it with
Never
that.
Good. And if we offend you, I'm sorry, but, you did this to yourselves.
I
Oh, how about we do this? Allegedly. This is all satire and performance. This is a comedy show.
All satire.
Yeah, there we go.
And actually, I'm not even going to specify the delivery, the people that use that deliver this thing. And
because it doesn't matter. It transcends companies.
No companies. Yeah. It really doesn't. You're right. It transcends companies.
Yeah, it's just they're all the same.
You asked me in the bit between whether there should be a Josh is irrationally angry, Jono, and
yes.
I can only say one thing. I get irrationally angry.
This might be irrationally angry. Who knows?
It's rational anger, Jono. I feel like this is an incorrect use of the segment, but also I just feel like I need to talk about this because we've probably talked about this 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, from memory.
I want to because this would happen. This wouldn't matter what specific delivery person I think delivered because it does transcend. I don't want to specify that.
Yep.
Going into this.
Yep. All satire and performance.
All satire and performance.
Yeah.
The other last episode we mentioned that you had an interesting experience with the parcel.
Yep. He couldn't get into the house with an open
couldn't
gate.
Get in.
Yeah.
And he left you. As multiple different companies will do.
Oh my God, the goddamn
a little
card
that tells you to go either to the warehouse or wherever you need to pick it up from.
It was better than the time when I didn't even get a card. I just got an email saying we couldn't get into your house. So he clearly couldn't have gone all the way even up come to the suburb. Yeah,
like we've done before.
Yeah.
No. So I think the story, as you know, at last episode, I mentioned that I did have a package coming.
You did. I was listening to the episode yesterday. Yeah.
It was supposed to come on Monday, which was the day that you came down with COVID. So Monday was the worst day ever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually, but you know what I mean.
Tuesday was the I saw St. Peter, yeah.
But I had a package coming. I was really looking forward to it because, you know, it's something that I'd been waiting to come. It was something that I was waiting for.
Express delivery or standard delivery?
Oh, I believe it was standard.
Oh, so 7 to 10 days. That's a killer.
But it was pretty quick, less than 7 to 10 days.
Oh, nothing better.
It was pretty good.
Great feeling, you know. You love it when you get that notification out for delivery. Your heart skips a beat.
Or even just an Amazon coming the next day. Like, how does this work? Magic.
It's beautiful. I think child slavery and stuff like that.
I was going to say,
it's so like good.
Horrible conditions for their workers.
Yeah, that's right. But goddamn, is it convenient?
Who is privileged enough to benefit from it. I can say love it.
Do you know, when I just like go to the shop and buy something in person because I just hate waiting so much.
I'm exactly the same way. I don't want to wait for something if I know I can.
If I want it, I want it now.
Pardon?
If I want it, I want it now, and it's really
I've had this
bad.
argument with my dad of all people.
Yeah.
My dad has the opposite thing. He's all on board of if I can get it online and I know exactly what I want, I don't care. I'll get it and I'll wait for it.
My dad's
I'm
the
impatient.
Same. Yeah, I'm impatient.
If I want something, it's because I've thought of something that would be great for it, or I'm using it for something, and I want it within
reasonable time frame.
Reasonable time frame. Yeah. Right. So I had it. It was coming on Friday, and in the morning I had gone. You know, this was the day. This was before you had gone COVID. We had both independently gone out that day to go get coffees in the morning before work.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had,
and we both realized that the place we usually go to get a cheap coffee,
the $1 coffee machine was broken. It was broken. At the servo.
We both ended up getting a Macca's coffee.
Yeah,
horrible coffee. Not even going to talk about it. Moving on.
It's just like it tastes kind of like the Big M, like the coffee flavoring. That's what it tastes like.
Horrible. Just it's no good. Not good.
For some reason, the $1 coffees
should have just had instant at home.
Yeah, honestly, for some reason, the $1 coffees, doesn't matter what servo chain you get it from, even though they're you feel like they're burning your intestines, they actually do taste pretty good.
They're workable. Right?
Yeah,
they're workable for what they
do the
are.
job. Yeah,
they do the job, and that's the important thing. This one didn't. I was already set off.
Yeah,
now, I'm walking back from Macca's.
Yeah,
I'm walking back, and so what we're sort of off a main road, right?
Yeah,
which is a lot of the case in a lot of places. But for argument's sake, I'm walking down the main road, and I've probably got a little bit of time to turn into the street that we're at.
Yep.
And when you turn to the street, even though it's not super close to the corner, it's close enough that you could see up to
it's pretty obvious where the turn in is. Yeah.
but it's like far enough away that if you ran, you wouldn't be able to catch up to someone, right?
No, that's right.
Now, I
Oh my
no
God, I've
running.
just put 2 and 2 together. No way. No way.
I'm turning the corner. I'm turning the corner. And I see with my very eyes this delivery person.
Oh.
Company.
Yep. Company,
not
all of them.
Removed.
Yep.
Looking at something in his hands. Looking down.
That's so funny. Wait, so he's standing at the gate? Is he at the gate?
And I go, pardon?
Is he at the gate of the house, like looking into the house? Oh, so he's seen the open gate and going, "Oh, I don't know how this works." Yep.
The gate is open, which makes it super easy. And also, at that point, I assume he could have just pressed the button, knowing what level, right?
And I would have heard it as well because
I was home because you were inside.
Yep. It's very loud. That shit is so loud, by the way.
Motherfucker. I watch him. He looks down there. I watch him disappear inside for a second. Come out still holding the thing. I see him look at these. He's on a motorbike. Scribble something down. And next thing I know, I walk up. He's gone back. This is just a letter. This is a letter size. It was
he could put it in the letterbox. Would it fit in the letterbox? We've got a pretty wide letterbox. Would it fit in the letterbox?
I reckon it would have.
Oh my goodness. That's
I should have brought the little thing with me, but it drove me nuts. I walk up here, and to my chagrin, I swear to God, I'm not joking to you. I open our letterbox, and there is a little thing that said, "We missed you."
Oh my God!
Pick it up at the nearest recipiary. Oh my God!
This is
flipped my shit.
Extremely interesting case study that we've accidentally done because for a long time I've been wondering what it is. So you've seen the guy. He's got to the house.
Him.
He's standing next to where all the letterboxes are, next to where the buzzers are. He knows what our house number is. He knows when number X.
Yes.
He's seen number X on a buzzer. It's a very obvious intercom system, by the way.
100%.
He's seen an open gate. And another
100%.
thing I want to point out, it's a very small block of units. It's not like a big apartment building where it could be complicated.
It's a small block of units. There's one obvious entry.
You can literally use your brain. They're all numbered and work out, okay, if this is X, Y, Z, then...
And when you write down your address in the form, there's usually a section where you put in the number of the unit.
Yep.
But, you either put the number of unit, and the place I had didn't have a number of unit, so you usually do the number / the number, right?
Yep.
And that's pretty obvious.
You do 1/234. Yeah.
Exactly. 1/234.
It's a standard system.
Case, it was so standard. I am looking at the order in front of me right now.
Yeah.
It is exactly that.
So
I swear to God.
He's just looked at it. See, I've been for a long time wondering what it is, and I reckon it's just they can't be asked.
It was in the morning, though.
I reckon
it wasn't even like late in the day.
Yeah, when they're not.
It wasn't even a case of like they
backed up parcels or whatever.
Who knows how long? But like, it's not. I don't.
So because he definitely didn't ring the buzzer.
Didn't ring the buzzer.
You can't miss the buzzer.
Someone rang the buzzer. I couldn't have come out for whatever reason.
You probably would have heard it as well. Like if you were in the street and he was ringing the thing.
I'm walking up and I'm ready to if he's still there to go. Hey man, do you have a parcel for me? Zooms off. Don't even get a chance to.
We need to figure out a solution.
I'd like to think I have maybe a little jaded, but I have a pretty okay sense of, I'm just going to assume that it's gone well and the thing's there.
Of course.
Because I know how big the thing I had ordered.
Yeah.
It was not big. It is, and I'll show John now what the size of it was. It's
Do you call me John?
Like this.
Yeah. Yep.
It's about like a, what size?
Just slightly bigger than a playing card, I'd say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger than a playing card.
You'd easily fit that in a
size.
letterbox.
It was in probably something that's probably like, if you took 4 of them and put 4 playing cards in a row in a cube, that's about how big the package was. Big enough that you could probably just slip it in there and leave it there, right?
See, our letterbox, it's even got the advantage. It's not just the little slip through. You can actually open the whole thing.
You can open up the whole thing and put it in. There is no excuse for this person.
No.
I cannot explain.
I've had an A5 size thing put into our letterbox.
That's
before.
what I mean.
Yeah, so you could easily. No, it's 100% they just can't be bothered because we have had some successful ones where they.
Right, we have.
Where you just go out and there's something on your doorstep. That's how it's meant to
100%.
be. But I think that was our first episode of Josh and Jono Get Rationally Angry.
Well, I'm so thankful that episode's done, but that was episode 31.
Of the Comedianons, season
Of the
2.
Comedianons.
How fantastic
How's
is that? We've done 31 episodes.
31
Josh has turned into
episodes.
Taylor Swift this time. Who would have thought?
That's true when it's not. Good news is I'm going to be doing the number puns today for the 30s.
I'm very happy we're keeping the trend going, you know?
I did have to check just before
Which
'cause
rhyme
I wasn't
I
sure
did?
if you had done it.
Yep.
Good news was it didn't start till episode 22, so that's what I have to worry about.
Oh,
I have to worry about
okay. So
redoing them.
one was fine.
Redoing rhymes, correct.
Of course it started with 22. Holy
It
shit.
makes more sense. I completely forgot.
There's no way. I forgot as well. I didn't realize there
But
really
there
was
we
an
go.
origin
I will
story.
be I'm going to make sure not to repeat a rhyme, and you're
Yep.
allowed to call me out on this.
If you
but I
do,
will endeavor.
please flame him. Absolutely flame him. Talking to you, King Mike, I want you to absolutely flame him. And by the way,
We
if you
got
think we only have one fan, it's because we do. So, King Mike, do your worst.
No, mate. No, it's okay.
No.
Well, what do you know? We're back. Jono's
I'm limping to the finish
catching up
line.
on some
That's-
catching up on some coughs that he didn't have throughout the podcast. Love to see it.
I'm falling to pieces in just these last 10 minutes.
We don't love to see it. But I'm so glad for the people who are listening, including King Mike.
Yeah.
He sent us a message saying that's a running joke at this point. May as well just keep saying his name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for listening
to
mate.
the COVID spectacular. Thank you, everybody.
COVID spectacular.
Thank
I
you
hate
for
that we're
being
back
here.
doing this. Hopefully
Yeah.
we don't have to do it again next week.
No, next week I've only have today's Saturday. On Monday I
Yeah.
come out of isolation and we record on Thursdays normally, but
Fingers crossed.
not if half the cast is dying.
That's
But,
true.
Yeah, we kicked off talking about my COVID woes because I'm the only person who's ever got COVID before. So you have to listen to me and my tiny violin.
Only one person.
Yep, that's right.
We
And
then talked about a bad sign. We talked about the brown sign. It was a horrible sign.
I think it's worked. I think I'm going to go down to that bubble tea store and get them to pour some sugar on me, or maybe pour some sugar on them. We'll see what happens.
I think
see
you've
if I
got
get
that
arrested.
right. You've understood that reference, right?
Yeah, I've taken what they want me to take from the sign.
I
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure.
They wanted you to pour it on a friend, so maybe you pour some sugar on me.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll go down together when
Yeah,
I get
very
out of
fun.
isolation. We then listened to a little risque section of Captain Cook, or
Yeah.
whatever it was called, Planet Cook. Great show.
I'm so glad you reminded me of the chicken egg thing.
Yeah,
that was the
the
best
whack
part
the
of
chicken. Maybe we should install one of them in our bench.
Oh my God.
Ask the landlord. They tend to do pretty much anything we want to do.
Yeah,
so
they don't take
They've
a
been
long
pretty
time.
good. So yeah, we'll get that organised.
And finally, we talked about deliveries and we talked about my experience. And my God, we were both rationally angry.
I think we've got a little conspiracy going on. I reckon what we need to do is do a stakeout. So we'll order something.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
We'll take 2 weeks off work. We'll order something, and then we'll sit in my car across the road and see what they do. Or maybe
100%.
install a
Sounds
camera.
like a wonderful
we
idea.
should honestly do that. We should set up a GoPro or something on the
Ooh.
day that they say they're coming and see what goes. Or just go
That'd be
down
pretty
there
funny.
and
I'm
collect our
curious.
parcel. We could just sit out all day on deck chairs. So when they come, we're at the front gate, and then we can work. Jonathan,
we need to figure something out because it's driving me nuts.
It's are you working from home today? You seem yeah. I'm just outside
Yeah.
on the street. I'm just
I'm
waiting
just
for a
outside
parcel.
having some fresh air.
yeah. It's fine. But thank you for being here, everybody. I'm not sure if you can hear this, Joshua, but we have the outro music playing as per usual.
Oh, well, I'm glad that. Give us a buzz on social medias, and thank you all for listening.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.